Hola y bienvenidos. Thank you for tuning in for our virtual sixth form open evening. For those of you who are joining us from outside of school, I am Senora Pang and I am in charge of languages at OLA. And in this video, I'd like to give you a bit more detail and information about the A-level course in Spanish that we offer here in school. I'll give you a bit more detail about the themes, about the different components of the exam, and also some important information that are worth bearing in mind if you wish to take on this course in the future. So at OLA, for Spanish and for French, the other language, we use the Pearson Edexcel exam board for A-level. The resources we use in class are the Hodder textbook, along with other affiliated resources, such as the grammar workbook, for example. We also have some more specific resources to tackle the book and film that I will mention later on. And we also use quite a lot of authentic resources as the level of language is more demanding than at GCSE. So regarding the themes, the topics that you will be studying in this course, there are four main themes, and they all address a range of social issues and trends and aspects of the political and artistic culture of Spain and other Spanish-speaking countries. So we have four themes in total. Themes 1, 3, and 4 focus essentially on Spain. Whereas theme 2 requires students to broaden their knowledge to other Spanish-speaking countries as well. In theme 1, you will find topics like family, the world of work, and the impact of tourism in Spain. In the second theme, which is the one that relates to other Spanish-speaking countries as well as Spain, you have music, media, and also festivals, traditions, customs. The third theme is about immigration. So the positive aspects of it, the challenges that it brings about, and the social and public reaction to immigration in Spain. The fourth theme is the historical part of the course, and in this particular course, it is about the dictatorship of Franco and the rise of democracy, so the transition towards democracy. So in this topic, you would learn about the Civil War, the arrival of Franco, the dictatorship, and also the transition towards democracy. And this is a really essential part of Spanish history. So it would give you great knowledge if you are thinking about studying about history or history of Spain in the future. In addition to that, you will also study one literary text and a film. So in Spanish, we study a play, which is called La Casa de Bernarda Alba by Federico García Lorca. And the film is Volver by Pedro Almodóvar, which is a very famous film. You might have heard of it already. For the speaking exam, there is also an aspect of the course called the Extended Research Project, which essentially is independent research carried out by the student without guidance or help from the teacher, which is then used to be discussed and presented in the speaking assessment. So students can choose an area of interest linked to society and culture of Spain or other Spanish-speaking countries, which is of interest to them, or they may wish to broaden some aspects of the themes that they have learned about. They must, however, be very careful that this does not clash with the book and film they have studied in class or any specific themes that has been studied as part of the course. This is a fantastic opportunity for students to be able to research and present and discuss with their teacher an area of interest about the Spanish culture or Spanish society that they would like to research about. The exams, we have three exams in languages. The first exam, paper 1, is the listening, reading, and writing. The second exam is written response to works and translation, which consists of writing essays about the play and the film that you will have studied, and also some translation. And the third paper 3, is the speaking assessment. Okay, so the speaking assessment is conducted by the teacher, but marked externally by Pearson Edexcel, along with the other two papers. Everything is marked externally. Students usually complete the speaking assessment in April or May. We are given a window of dates by the exam board. And the other two papers are conducted during the exam session of that year, usually in June. The speaking assessment is quite long. It can be up to 23 minutes, including the 5 minutes preparation time. So essentially, students will speak for about 16 to 18 minutes in Spanish, which is quite a bit longer than GCSE. A little bit more detail about the weighing and the length of the exams. So the listening, reading, and translation lasts 2 hours, and it's worth 40% of the qualification. It's out of 80 marks. Paper 2, which is the written response to works and translation, involves a lot of writing, therefore it's a bit longer, 2 hours and 40 minutes. It represents 30% of the qualification, and it's out of 120 marks. Paper 3, the speaking, is, as I said, internally conducted but externally marked. The total time is 21 to 23 minutes with the 5 minutes preparation time. It's worth 30% of the qualification, and it's out of 72 marks. And that's just a bit more specific detail about the different components of the exam. Requirements and rewards. As you will have seen through the different topics and the different aspects of the course, it is a demanding course, and it really takes language learning and the awareness of Spanish culture to a much higher level. In GCSE, we tend to focus on acquisition of language, and therefore it's actually nice to have a course where we're able to focus more on culture and society. But in order to tackle this course, we always recommend that you must be confident with your use of the language, especially your use of grammar, because obviously you will need to build on strong foundations to be able to access the level of language and all the extra information of, about society and culture that you will need to be able to flourish in the course. The course will give you a lot of insight into Spanish society and culture. It will also help you to develop your critical thinking, which is really beneficial for university, whether you decide to continue with languages or not. It's a really important aspect. You will gain confidence in studying literature and films in the target language, which can also be useful in the future. And you will also be able to learn some Spanish history in the second year. So if you're interested in history in general, that can be a fantastic part of the course for you. Some preparation, if you wish to prepare in anticipation of the course, if you're in GCSE or if you're thinking about taking this course in the future, we advise that you should try to listen to Spanish on a regular basis. Radio, movies in Spanish can be really useful. Spanish music, for example. You should focus on strengthening your knowledge of grammar and vocabulary. As I've explained already, this is a demanding course and you will need to be able to access complex language. Keep an eye for news in Spain and other Spanish-speaking countries. It's always good to know what's happening and so on. That might be a good basis for an extended research project. And also attempt longer reading in Spanish independently if you think that's something that you would like to try before embarking on the course where you will have to study a whole play. So if you have any questions, if you would like extra tasks on that, always feel free to approach your teacher and ask for help with that. For any questions or any information you would require, my address is hpong@olab.org.uk. I'll be very happy to answer any questions you may have. And also, if you would like more information about the exam specifically, the full specification can be found on the Pearson Edexcel website. A few more details I'd like to give about the course. At OLA, we usually have smaller classes, which means that it can be really beneficial for students to develop the speaking skill effectively. We have found that students tend to flourish, especially in that skill, because they've got more time with the teacher one-to-one to be able to develop that skill. We have had students who have followed on from learning the language at A level to do a variety of different paths at university. We've had students who have gone to study history in Spanish. We have students who have gone to study history of arts, other languages, a real variety of different things that they could use Spanish with. If you are a student of OLA, please feel free to approach your teacher as well if you have any questions, or if you're thinking about embarking on the course. We would be more than happy to discuss any of your options with you regarding this. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope to see you very soon, and I hope all of you decide to go for this very challenging and very rewarding course. Adios.